wrist exercises to help get that mobility back into your wrists. So you can hold the arms a little bit out to the sides, and what we want to do is get the wrist mobility. We're extending the wrist upward, inhaling, and then downward. So just getting that feeling of movement, even movement through those wrists, upward and downwards. 3 to 5 times. Good. Make a light fist and try circling the wrists. Sometimes you can do it against each other. That might be an easier pattern for you. The key thing is you just want to try to get that full circling movement, getting all those individual bones working around those wrists. You could circle back the other way. Good. Another nice one is if you just take your hand around the wrist crease and just turn the palm up and down. It's like a little self-massage, but it also helps to get that movement of rolling the palm upward and downward. Getting that movement in the forearm and the wrist as well. Do it on both sides. So remember, it's just like a little loop around the wrist, palm upward and downward. Nice and smooth. Good. Always after wrist things and hand things, it's good to give a light shake and loosen. Make sure there's no tensions. Often, especially if you're using your arms a lot, you create a little tension in the forearms. It affects the wrist, so just by doing that nice loosening release, it can be helpful. The other thing that can help the wrist is to build up wrist tolerance stretches. So these are where you're taking a little bit of load. You might place your hands on a table or bench, fingers forward, and then you can just start with the angle a little more so there's not much stress on the wrist, and then you just gently let the weight come forward and you feel the stretch coming into the wrists, and then come back out of the stretch. It might help if you just slightly grip the fingers into the support as you do that. You just go as far as comfortable. And when you do it, try to make sure you're taking the weight evenly through the heel palm, so neither the little finger or thumb side is taking too much load. Feels like an even, comfortable stretch. You can vary this a little bit by having fingers turned and just doing small circle in each direction. Feeling that stretch as well in the wrists. And then the strongest stretch, you may not start off with this one, where you have one hand or both hands turned with the fingers towards you. You start with less stretch and then shift the weight back until you feel that increased stretch coming in. This is quite strong. So you just take it nice and slow and easy. So these are the weight bear exercises to help get that mobility into the wrists. Again, when you finish, just give a light loosen, a shake, maybe some rotations again to help make those wrists feel comfortable. Get the blood circulation. Even a little bit of opening and closing after doing that can be good after some wrist work. 10 to 20 times. Some other ones that can sometimes be helpful for the wrists include palm press, where you do the prayer position and then release. The finger push-up, where you have the fingers apart and then you just make the tiger claw finger push-ups. This is a nice one for wrist too, because it's helping to build the strength of the muscles around the wrist. Good. Also be mindful, if you do make fists, be conscious that as you do that, that you get that gentle extension of the wrist as you do it. This is helping to build the correct type of strength around your forearm. So this also helps to build strength in that area. Now the last one, if you interlock the hands and you can make small circles with the fingers interlocked. And another nice relaxing wrist mobility in each direction. Or even flow it through what we call the wave stretch. The key thing is to have a comfortable, flowing, and a sense of ease coming into your joints. Good. Nice and loose. Wrist mobility exercises.